What if one night there's a knock on your door, and by morning, you're gone? No warnings, no trial, just gone. This isn't a movie. This is the silent reality thousands of immigrants in the UK are living through in 2025, and yet no one is talking about it openly. Why? Because these deportations are being carried out in silence, without headlines, without outrage, and often without due process. Families are being separated, children are waking up to find one parent missing, and communities are living in fear, whispering about who might be next. This video isn't about speculation. It's about the truth behind the immigration raids that are quietly reshaping lives and what you're not being told. In 2025, the UK government ramped up its enforcement strategy under the points-based immigration system. On paper, it sounded fair. Target only those who failed to meet criteria. But in reality, the net is catching far more than just undocumented individuals. Skilled workers who lost jobs during economic cutbacks, students with visa delays, even long-settled families facing minor paperwork errors are being rounded up in dawn raids. Swift, cold, and terrifying. There are no warnings. Vans arrive silently. Immigration officers surround properties before sunrise. Neighbors watch through curtains. Phones are confiscated. Some don't even get the chance to grab their passports. And still no headlines. No outrage. Why? Because many of these deportations are labeled as administrative removals. It sounds routine until it happens to someone you know. Until you realize that even legal migrants can suddenly fall into a gray zone where rights vanish. In the shadows of the system, fear spreads. Community centers have stopped advertising legal aid out of worry they'll be monitored. Churches and mosques have quietly increased security. WhatsApp groups are filled with messages like, "Don't answer the door if you don't know them." And behind closed doors, parents are teaching their children what to say if authorities ever show up. "I'm British. I was born here." Imagine having to rehearse that. One Pakistani father, working in Birmingham for 12 years, told us he was picked up at 5 a.m. because his sponsor company had quietly shut down during lockdown, and no one informed the Home Office in time. He didn't even get to say goodbye to his wife and children. Another case involves a Nigerian nurse whose visa renewal was delayed by 3 weeks. Just 3 weeks. She was arrested during her night shift. Her patients saw her being taken away in uniform. The hospital had no idea what to do. And still, no national coverage. Why? Because many of these people don't fit the narrative. They're not criminals. They're not threats. They're taxpayers, caretakers, parents. They are part of the communities they're being torn from. And that's the scariest part, because if this can happen to them, it can happen to anyone. Behind these stories lies a political game. Quiet deportations allow the government to meet immigration targets without public backlash. It keeps the numbers down without messy court cases or media scrutiny. But at what cost? Families are being shattered, children left behind, elderly dependents with no support, and the fear that keeps immigrants silent is the very thing that makes this system work so efficiently. But today, silence is no longer an option. This video exists because truth demands to be seen, even when it's uncomfortable. Because every knock on a door at dawn could be a tragedy waiting to unfold. And because the system isn't broken, it's working exactly as intended. That's what makes it so dangerous. But there is hope. Community legal clinics are fighting back. Journalists are beginning to uncover the data. And every view, every share, every voice raised can bring light to this shadow operation. If you're an immigrant or you love someone who is, stay alert. Know your rights. Keep your documents up to date. And above all, don't let fear isolate you, because the only thing more powerful than silence is solidarity. And finally, if this video opened your eyes or touched your heart, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps break the silence and protect those who can't speak for themselves.